In August of 1990, Florida was gripped in fear when a drifter by the name of Danny Rollins, over a 3-day period, killed multiple beautiful young female university students. He became known as the Gainesville Ripper. With his capture, you think that would be the end of the story, but it had just begun. In 1996, the movie Scream was released. It was written by Kevin Williams and directed by Wes Craven. With its huge success and multiple sequels, you think that would be the end of the story, but it was not. Because a copycat to the movie Scream would occur in 2006 when two friends, Brian Draper and Tori Adamczyk, decided they wanted to become famous and they wanted to copy the movie that they both loved and admired, the horror movie Scream. They needed a victim, so they chose their friend Cassie Jo Starrett for no other reason other than they decided she was perfect and she would be a great victim. They were all friends. They all went to school in Idaho together. They were all 16 years old. Cassie had no way to know that her two friends were monsters who were planning her murder. So one evening, Cassie Jo was house sitting, and she invited both boys over to watch the movie Kill Bill with herself and her boyfriend, Matt Beckham. They made a video where they were so excited. They were talking about how Cassie was going to be alone in this great big house in the middle of nowhere and how perfect that would be for the murder. You could literally hear how excited they were and how they just couldn't believe their luck that she was going to be in the perfect setting for their murder. The evening arrives, the boys come over, they watch part of the movie, and then they say that they're going to the movie theater to catch a film that's just been released. And in fact, they did go there to purchase tickets as an alibi, came right back. They snuck in downstairs, and then they did things to try to scare the couple upstairs, such as flicking the lights on and off, bumping things around. So the boyfriend, Matt, gets a phone call. It's one of the killers downstairs who's pretending that he's at the movie theater, which is why he's whispering. And he invites him for a sleepover at his house. Matt then calls his mom to ask permission. She says no. He also goes on to tell her about the things that are going on in the house. The electricity's going on and off. They're hearing noises. He doesn't really want to leave Cassie by herself. He asks if he can stay a little bit longer. The mom says no, but says that Cassie can go home with them if she's not feeling comfortable at the house, and she'll drive her back in the morning to tend to the house and the pets. Well, Cassie says no, she's just going to stay there. You know, she's the house sitter. She's going to do the right thing and stay at the house. So shortly after Matt leaves, and of course, you know, the killers can hear him leaving because they're downstairs, they once again start throwing things around. They flick the lights on and off, and then they proceed to go upstairs where they find Cassie watching television. Now, it's reported that she said, "I'm going to kick your ass." And I read multiple articles on the story, and it seems like people just assume that she was saying this because, you know, she wanted to show that she wasn't afraid. I almost wonder if she knew it was them, because if your friends had just been there and left, even if they had masks on, she might have assumed it was them based on body size, you know, height, whatever, and thought they were just pulling a prank. And I wonder if it was more just like, "I'm going to kick your ass." Like, cut it out. There's no way that she could have known that they were really there to not only hurt her, but kill her. And they did. They stabbed her over 33 times. So ultimately, they were caught because they had made videos. They had talked about it. They named her as the victim. After hours of interrogation, you know, they started to crack and the truth finally came out, although they kind of blamed it on each other. So they both were given a life sentence. And interestingly, Tori also got an additional 30 years for conspiracy to commit murder. Brian's charge of conspiracy was dropped, and it was just an error in the instructions given to the jury. So what do you think about this? Do you think that, you know, these young boys at 16 should have gotten life sentences? Do you think they could have ever been rehabilitated? Or do you think that to do something this calculated, this premeditated, this cold and heartless, deserved a life sentence. That even if they were only 16, it was doubtful that they would ever be normal functioning members of society. Tell me your thoughts. I'll see you soon.